Hey, you guys, I'm Betty Viva,
And I'm Gloria Altania.
and we're the Pabulum Partners.
And you're watching 10 out of 10.
That's right, and today's show is about reality TV villains.
Ooh, what does that entail?
Okay, so you know what? I wanted to do this show because I am a big reality TV fan. I love documentaries, I love biopics, anything that's like based in real life or feels like real life. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, so even like books, biographies and everything like that. So on this countdown, we're gonna basically expose. No, we're not exposing nobody, but we're gonna we're gonna talk about people who have come on shows and they disrupted the dynamic or they rocked the boat. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. So people on this top 10 list or whatever, they're the most hated, the most liked. I don't know, girl. They're crazy. That's
Well, you know what? Whenever I watch reality TV, I'm like, is this quote unquote scripted or is this real? Sometimes they just argue so much for me that I'm just like, you know what? I can't even watch this. Let me go back to my real scripted TV shows. Ooh.
And I was going to ask you, are you really a fan of reality TV? Because the truth is, I think I introduced all that ratchet stuff into your life.
Yeah, you did. You did. I mean, and sometimes it's fun to watch and it's interesting, especially when you're like in a group, but I'm not really into it like some people are. I'd rather watch Grey's Anatomy or, I'd rather watch a movie like Harry Potter or Forrest Gump or something, like.
But you know what? See, reality TV is just misunderstood because if people even gave it a chance, they'll see that there's actually people in the world that exist and they act just like this. They're ratchet, they're messy, they're not so perfect. It teaches you how to work with different people, what you can expect sometimes when you go in certain circles. It's basically a human science experience or social experiment, I would say.
That's interesting. I would say that watching reality TV shows, you do get some juicy episodes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, they provide you the ratchet, juicy, juicy. Huh, huh. Oh, you just said a key word because guess what?
What?
Our number 10 pick is very juicy. Let's get started.
Charlene Pearson, aka Miss Juicy Baby, is known for living out her life as a little person on Lifetime's popular reality show, Little Women Atlanta. But nothing about the self-proclaimed Queen of Atlanta is small. The bigger-than-life radio personality has an attitude to match Queen Charlotte from Bridgerton and can be lethal with her clapbacks. Ever since the show first aired in 2016, Miss Juicy has made an unforgettable impression, making enemies out of the late Minnie and coming out with the most entertaining catchphrases ever heard on reality television.
Everybody that know me know that my tagline is Miss Juicy, baby.
Okay. On the show, we know her for her antics that make us want to clutch our pearls. Who can forget the episode when Miss Juicy met up with Minnie to let her know that she was stalking her and trying to be her? On some single black female-ish.
So just downright stalkery.
Or who could ever forget when she tried to say balsamic?
Yeah, I think it's balsamic.
Or had the Little Women wearing leprechaun outfits for a promo gig. But nothing can top the chicken tossing event heard around the world. Don't worry, Miss Juicy. You're not the only one this happened to. Miss Juicy is definitely a handful on the show, but a much appreciated one that fans around the world continue to keep tabs on.
Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Did I do
it? Whatever she was chuckling about, I want to know because this seems funny.
Well, Miss Juicy, okay, so she's on the Real Housewives. I mean, not the Real Housewives, Little Women of Atlanta. And
Mhm.
outside of her reality TV show business, she's a radio personality. So you may have her with Portia Williams and was it Dish TV or
Dish Nation.
Dish Nation. Yeah. I don't think she's on there no more. It's one of those shows with the comedian. I forget his name, but he's
Ricky
very
Smiley.
Yes. Yes. He's look at you, girl. You be paying
I ate breakfast today.
attention.
Tamar Braxton has entertained us for years as a member of sister singing group The Braxtons and as an award-winning solo artist. Hailing from Maryland, Tamar became a household name when she premiered her sassy and equally funny personality on WeTV's The Braxton Family Values in 2011. How funny was she? Well, she didn't want her husband to hire a fine nanny that works out and eats healthy.
I want a nanny that eat hot dogs, hamburgers.
And is the princess of shade as she stays in other people's business. The reality TV star is not a villain at heart, but let's just say she has villain ways. What's the formula? Well, she's a master at spilling tea, is quick to come back with a witty clapback, and doesn't mind disturbing the peace with her unpopular opinions. She's unfairly labeled as being difficult to deal with because of her mouth. Things would eventually unravel for the star when she would abruptly end her gig as a host on daytime talk show The Real in 2016, and her decade-long marriage to Vincent Herbert in 2019. She also went head-to-head with her own sisters, Kay Michelle and Jocelyn Hernandez of Love and Hip Hop fame, while being involved in a back-and-forth dispute with Lonnie Love of The Real. In real life, Tamar has released 5 studio albums, ventured into TV and film, opened tours for Mary J. Blige, and Escape. One thing about Tamar is that she tells the truth.
2 2 2 2. Yeah.
He got the mic in his mouth.
Yeah, 2.
Ugh.
But if you know anything about the real world, many people prefer a beautiful lie over an ugly truth.
You know what? The reason why Tamar Braxton is considered a villain is because she tells the truth and she's opinionated. In this world, I don't know why, but when you're a truth teller, people don't like you. They don't want to be around you. It is the craziest thing. So my advice to everyone out there, if you want to get up there and you want to schmooze with the good people, lie. No, I'm just playing.
I didn't expect that. I thought you were going to say something different. That is funny.
Oh, she cracks me up though. She's really funny and she's actually a sweetheart and she's very talented. So when we say villain, we use that lightly with Tamar Braxton. She's entertained us for years, and she just has a mouth on her. That's the thing.
Known for MTV's Making the Band to being a member of Danny Kane, this American reality TV personality and singer-songwriter Aubrey Oday is known to speak up and speak out about matters that don't sit right with her. In the 3rd season of Making the Band, Aubrey and Diddy didn't agree on things like choreography and imaging, and Aubrey and cast members of DK started to drift apart. After the release of Danny Kane's second album, Welcome to the Dollhouse, that released the smash hit Damage, the group had high tensions within it, and eventually O'Day and member D Woods left the rest of the group, Andrea, Shannon, and Dawn. Aubrey Oday has been in and out of the spotlight ever since, but recently you can catch her with a spot on The Encore. The Encore is a reality show that brings together talented vocals from former popular girl groups, and they must come together to make an album to showcase for the public. The only problem is, they can never get along long enough to complete a track. And Aubrey Oday is the forefront of all the commotion. Yep, she's back at it, giving opinions and trying to be the creative director, shall I say, over everyone.
You know, okay. when Diddy do this, he mean business. Okay.
What is it? What does he do? Now, you remember watching Danny Kane? Or Making the Band? Remember that when that was coming up or when it was hot or whatever?
Yeah.
And be right there. Boy, she used to kind of get on my nerves though, Aubrey. It's like I like her, but then she's kind of annoying because like it kind of seems like she was like privileged, even though I don't know her life like that. So she was just like, well, I'm gonna say what I want because I'm used to saying what I want. So I'm gonna just say what I want and how I feel. And sometimes you just be like, girl, be quiet for a second. Sit down. Are you the choreographer or is what was the choreographer? Oh, Lorianne. Is she the choreographer? Who is? Okay, who's in charge? Who got the money? Not you.
She knew everything, right?
She wanted to be everywhere in everybody's business. So
I know. And did you see the recent pictures that was released on her?
I did see some of the recent pictures.
They need to stop. I don't know who mad at her and everything, but clearly that is not her. Because we see her on Encore, even when she's thick, she didn't look like that lady.
She didn't. She's still beautiful. She looks good.
I mean, the other lady looked good too, but she don't look like that. So I thought that was crazy. I think somebody in the industry was like, you know what? I'm gonna get her real good. I'm gonna tell everybody this her, and it kind of confused us. We were confused.
Oh Lord, no, they didn't. BGC, also known as Bad Girls Club, focused on altercations and sometimes physical confrontations from 7 women who were known as Bad Girls. Season 4 of the BGC franchise was in for a wild surprise when castmate Natalie Nunn arrived. Natalie was the season's main antagonist because, well, she got on most people's nerves, mainly Flo, Portia, and Kate. But ultimately, Natalie was removed from the show by the time episode 11 came around due to physical altercations with castmates Amber, Lexi, and Kendra during a trip to Santa Barbara, California. Since BGC Season 4 was such a huge success, the network brought back Natalie Nunn for appearances in Season 5 and 6. You can also see Natalie Nunn on spin-offs of the BGC franchise such as Love Games, Bad Girls Need Love Too, and other reality TV shows like Celebrity Big Brother. When Natalie found love and was ready to walk down the aisle, she was given her own episode on Bridezilla to wed arena football player Jacob Payne. Since being on reality TV, Natalie has written 3 books and started her own business venture. Natalie is one BGC that you can't hold down. Well. I remember watching Bad Girls Club and it was juicy. Okay, that's all I can say. We sit down to see who is gonna attack who next because that's pretty much what it all became. But when when Natalie Nunn came in on Season 4, I have to say that she had a really huge, big personality, and she was the main reason why I watched because it was just entertaining. She gave the entertainment. Okay, she brought it.
But can we be real? She had a big personality, but she also had a big chin. No. So the reason why she became famous and memeable is because people would point out her chin. Now, me personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Look at my nose. Look. Okay. We all got something. What's yours, Gloria?
I'm going to let y'all find it.
Ooh, look at you.
I ain't even going to say anything. I'm going to just let y'all find it. And if you don't find it, then I don't know.
Natalie was a fun girl. She actually went to USC. Okay. So she's no dummy. And it's hard to get into that private university. I know for sure. So, and she was an athlete. So she wasn't lazy at all. This girl is ambitious and she knows what she wants. But the thing is that when she's in the house with other girls, she's super competitive and she's a little bit messy, a little bit all over the place. So if you haven't seen those, what's it called? Episodes, Bad Girls Club. What season was that?
Season 4.
If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it and you'll see what we're talking about. And even with her bad behavior, she was able to find a husband and have a child. Everything that these girls who be so righteous and virtuous and proper. I'm not saying don't be that. I'm just saying you never know what's in the cards for you, right?
You never know because people still waiting out in the streets.
And they judge you and they say, oh, she'll never find that. Like we got relationship gurus on YouTube. You have to act a certain way and all this kind of stuff. Well, dang it. How did Natalie Nunn find what we all looking for?
Let's leave it. Leave it there.
Somebody making up stuff.
Survivor Barino is the first season of the American reality TV series Survivor. The show had 16 competitors competing for $1 million, and the game consisted of 39 days of gameplay on a remote island in the South China Sea. In a competition, you do what you must to win, especially when there's $1 million at stake. And that's exactly what Richard Hatch did. Hatch once threw a snake in crashing waves and caught a shark with his bare hands, all while intimidating his co-stars by going nude during the reality show. Why is he a villain? Well, he used manipulation to get inside the heads of his competition, formed sneaky alliances, voiced controversial opinions. Now, if that doesn't scream villain, I don't know what else will.
Listen, okay, people might not like him, but he was smart and he knew how to play the game, and he had a strategy that overcame everybody. And even though he wasn't the youngest,
hey, but he was still ratchet though, because one of his strategies was to walk around nude, intimidating people.
yes,
It's not like you wouldn't think, oh yeah, that's like so smart, you're so competent, like. Anybody, anywhere, if you knew walking around, people gonna be affected. And
no, but see, like, I mean, if it was a woman walking around nude, I don't think it would have been as bad. But for this guy to walk around nude, people are like, come on, man. Like, I can't even think, I can't even function or something. I don't know. It's just something about it. And so,
all around your food.
He knocked them off. He knocked them off their concentration. That's how he won.
Yes. But I would say something that was more strategic was him doing the like behind the back alliances with people, making them, manipulating their minds and making them think that he was on their team, and then switching up at the last minute and voting them out. Now that's crazy.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since Janelle Evans hit the TV screens, appearing in 16 and Pregnant in 2009, the world took notice of how Janelle was someone who focused more on partying and being rebellious to her mother Barbara than being a new mother. Evans' responsibilities were put aside and left to the grandmother as her love for just being a plain old free teen got the best of her. Janelle makes this top 10 countdown for her simple neglect of responsibilities. People love to hate Janelle for her choices. One thing's for sure. Between Janelle and her mother Barbara having shaky relationships and Janelle's poor quality choices in men, there's never a dull moment. From being arrested, assault, and rehab, Janelle surely has been through a lot.
I'm trying to see if I could smell like Janelle's mama. That was the tightest lip smile I ever.
Oh my gosh! You know what? Janelle is an interesting individual. I will say, because she just makes me mad. I'm just like, why do you do things that's just not smart? What are you doing? You know,
Erykah Badu got a song. It's called Apple Tree. If you don't want to bend down with me, you don't want to pick from my apple tree. I don't know what that got to do with this, but I thought I should say that. Somebody need to hear that. But I think it all comes from Janelle's mom. Every time she parents Janelle, she's yelling.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It stems from the apple tree. Maybe that's what she was getting to, bring it full circle.
Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go.
It stems from the tree and she's the fruit, and apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But it's just like, over time, you would think like she would learn a few lessons here and there and change it up. But no, she sticks on that same beaten path of just trying to find someone to love her.
That's what I think. She's mad boy crazy.
Yeah, man.
So obviously she's missing her father. Obviously she's trying to fill a hole in her heart. And that's so sad. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to reality TV. You can learn a lot from observing other people. I'd rather watch other people make mistakes and see that stuff in them instead of live it out on my own and not know that there's someone else dealing with the same things, you see? Mm-hmm. So we could obviously see that Janelle's lack of a father in the household when she was growing up. And now she has a habit of trying to find that love in all these random dudes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and the way she's picking them, they're not good for her. They're into drugs, they're doing crimes, they're a little bit verbally abusive and stuff like that. So this is what I'm talking about when I talk about social experiments in reality TV.
Yeah, yeah.
Stephen Aaron Jordan, also known as Stevie J, is a Grammy-winning record producer, DJ, and television personality. He's been on the scene of entertainment since the mid to late 90s, but it wasn't until Love and Hip Hop Atlanta when he became well known among the non-musical industry folks. Stevie quickly became someone people love to hate with his playerish ways and gossip tendencies that involved his love interests and other castmates. It seemed as if everywhere you looked, Stevie J was involved in some type of drama or altercation. Like the Love and Hip Hop Triangle with Stevie J, Jocelyn Hernandez, and Mimi Faust. Stevie could never decide where he wanted to be, and that caused a lot of tears, fights, and confusion. But hey, bad boys need love too, and Stevie found that with wife Faith Evans. Stevie J is still on the reality scene, and let's be honest, he's calmed down ever since he's been married to Faith Evans. You can catch Stevie J and his rat face on Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love Stevie J?
Okay, me personally, I am not like, I don't love Stevie J, but he makes for good entertainment. As far as how much of him is like a villain, I would say he's number 10 over Jocelyn. Can you tell me why you didn't pick Jocelyn over Stevie J?
Because I felt like Jocelyn was just like the puppet, and he's the puppet master because he got all these people, you know, he's lying to, trying to sweet talk, and you know, just acting a fool on TV.
Yeah, and I feel like Jocelyn, she reacts to him. You know, she's not the one instigating the whole situations between her and Mimi, which is the mother of his child. It's usually him and his antics that makes the women react. So he is the villain when it comes to those dynamics.
Exactly. I agree to that 100%. And that's why he's on this list, because, you know, crazy.
Number 4. He is crazy. But you know what? On the latest episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, none of them are on it. Jocelyn, Mimi, Stevie J, they're not on it. And I've seen him do some cameos on Growing Up Hip Hop LA. Yeah, I keep in touch. I keep tabs, girl.
I'm gonna have to go back and look through my reality TV time.
This reality TV villain's antics may have cost Shaunie O'Neal her show. When Basketball Wives first started in 2010, it was something fresh and scandalous. The eye-opening show consisted of wives of professional NBA players exposing their day-to-day happenings as part of an exclusive inner circle. However, what viewers got instead was a bunch of basketball girlfriends, flings, and exes with way too much time on their hands. Bronx native Evelyn Lozada is one of the original cast members of the series, and she made an impression from the start. The proud Puerto Rican diva validated her standing on the show as the former 10-year fiancé of 3-time All-Star player Antoine Walker. In the last decade, she's managed to end a public relationship with NFL player Chad Johnson and baseball player Carl Crawford, lose her best friend Jennifer Williams, fight with Tammy Roman, and throw several drinks. Her latest debacle with Ogum OG Chijindu may be the final straw for viewers of the Basketball Wives. OG alleged that Evelyn made comments that are deemed colorist. The accusations led Evelyn to file a lawsuit after fans went in on her, and she lost some brand endorsement deals. It wouldn't be too long before OG responded with a lawsuit of her own. While the future of Basketball Wives remain a question, Evelyn is staying above water with her many business ventures.
Ooh, child. Ooh, Evelyn, you know, she's such a beautiful woman, right? All those women are beautiful. But I think it's time for Basketball Wives to go away.
Yeah.
They should have got more fresh new people. And that colorism thing, that's a great topic to bring up, but it's divisive in the wrong kind of way, in the mentally exhausting way. So anyways, it's unfortunate that one of my favorite ratchet shows might have to go away. We'll see if they come back for another season.
Yeah.
At 50 years old, the Real Housewives of Atlanta reality TV star Kenya Moore is the definition of villain in the most insidious way. The second black woman to win Miss America, Miss USA, has become known as one of the most ridiculous catty women to twirl onto reality television. Before she gained that reputation, the Detroit-born beauty queen used her good looks to land gigs in some of hip-hop's biggest music videos, including Tupac's Temptations, Jay-Z and Jermaine Dupri's Money Ain't a Thing, and Nas' Street Dreams. She's also appeared as an actress in TV shows The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, The Steve Harvey Show, and Girlfriends. Later, she could be seen in Waiting to Exhale with Whitney Houston and Deliver Us from Eva alongside LL Cool J and Gabrielle Union. In 2012, the Kenya Moore hair care owner joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta, famously making her imprint by waging a war against fellow castmate Portia Williams that eventually turned physical and diving into a three-way ponderosa with entertainment lawyer Phaedra Parks and her troubled husband at the time, Apollo Nida. She was also a growing thorn in Nene Leakes' behind as she competed with the HBIC for OG status on the show. Interestingly enough, with all of Kenya's villainous shenanigans, it's not enough to keep the ratings intact.
Man, she's a mess. She's like one of the most emotional stirring people I've ever seen on TV. Her and Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac really get under my skin because they are so unfair and they're just not balanced, you know?
Yeah. You know what? Sometimes I'm like, I think Kenya is cool. And then I'm like, oh, nope, nope, never mind. Drop it. Ugh, she gets on my nerves.
Yeah. It's the fact that she likes to taunt her enemies. She's always in their ear. She's the ultimate hater. Like, she's been hating on Portia forever, Portia Williams on the show. Like, the moment she met her, she was jealous and envious. And she did everything she could to sabotage the girl. How can you have so much envy in your heart? You could be just as fabulous.
Oh, Tiffany Pollard. Just her name alone causes a stir. The self-proclaimed queen of reality TV jumped on the scene in 2006, premiering as the ridiculously comedic and sometimes delusional villain, New York, on the hit VH1 Bachelor show, Flavor of Love, starring Public Enemy rap artist Flavor Flav. Embodying the dog-eat-dog New Yorker with relentless ambition and the ability to shade an entire rainforest, New York is totally unfiltered and her own number one believer. Some would even say she set the precedent for trashy reality TV, but despite the judgment, her critics still watched. So, just how bad was she on reality TV? Well, remember that famous scene where she called one of arch enemies Luther Vandross? Or when she nearly offed the head of the scary spitting pumpkin? Her personality was so entertaining that she was able to obtain her own reality show in 2007 called I Love New York, where she had her own choice pickings on her next victim. Since then, she has extended her 15 minutes of fame on several reality shows, including The Next 15, Scared Famous, and X on the Beach. She's also starred in 2008 comedy First Sunday, starring Ice Cube, Cat Williams, and Tracy Morgan. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what she wants, New York has no problem getting under your skin in the most nauseous way, all while making us laugh.
That completes our top 10 countdown of reality TV villains, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. And we encourage you guys to go to the YouTube channel, Pabulum Entertainment, click like and click subscribe, and also check out our website, pabulumentertainment.com.
Yes, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.